Hi, this is Southern Belle 74, and this is Sunday's edition of Unsolved Missing and a Broken Justice System. We're going to talk about the tragic case of Orrin and Orson West. I don't know if you guys had heard, but there's been some breakthroughs in the case. The adoptive parents of two small California boys who were reported missing in 2020 have been charged with killing the children. Although their bodies have not been found, authorities said this on this past Wednesday. This report came in on March the 3rd, 2022. Trezell West and Jacqueline West were arrested Tuesday night on murder and other charges in the indictment that was turned by a grand jury. Kern County District Attorney Cynthia Zember told a news conference in Bakersfield Orrin West, who was 4, and his brother Orson, 3 years old, had been reported missing from the family's backyard. This happened back on December the 21st in 2020. A huge search by law enforcement agencies and community members failed to find the two young boys. The district attorney said that she was not permitted to reveal any facts other than that the two boys have been deceased. Because it's an ongoing investigation, they cannot, give us any details. It says here, I would like to emphasize the fact that the law enforcement has not yet found their bodies. That does not preclude a murder prosecution. As a matter of fact, there have been many hundreds of cases where there have been no bodies, but homicides have been prosecuted across the United States successfully. In the next series of videos, you'll see a timeline when the two boys initially were put up as missing. And then you'll see as the case progresses all the way up until recent, where both parents are being held now without bail on 2 counts of second-degree murder, 2 counts of willful cruelty to children, and a count of a false report. Continue to tune in as I continue to give you news as this story unfolds. Also, let me know in the comment section, what do you think about this tragic death of these two young children who have yet to even have a chance to live? It's sad all the way around. Take care of each other and yourselves, and continue to tune in as I give you news that you can use. Southern Belle 74.
Now you might be wondering, how do we get to this point of the arrest, and when were the boys first reported missing? I took a look back at our coverage of the West boys and the events that led to today.
Where are the boys? Where are the boys? Where are the boys? Where are the boys?
It was December 21st, 2020. Orrin and Orson West, also known as Classic and Sincere, were first reported missing in California City by their adoptive parents, Trezell and Jacqueline West. Days after that time, the West parents telling 23 ABC they understand that people would accuse them of the disappearance.
And that's understandable.
What's your response to that?
That's understandable. I would think the same thing.
And the Cal City Police Chief John Walker assuring the community his department was looking for clues day in and day out at the start of the investigation.
We're just trying to dig up anything, any clues that we can possibly find to find out where they had gone, and also to confirm that they're not in the backyard.
The disappearance prompting a massive search effort involving not only Cal City Police, but the Bakersfield Police Department, the FBI, and the community. Then month after month, the community rallied together for searches, marches, and vigils, all to find the boys.
Where are the boys? No peace! No peace! Where are the boys? No boys! No peace!
And reward money for information and the return of the boys continued to grow in 2021 as local businesses, community members, and a private investigator joined the search efforts for the boys.
There was some elements that stood out about the foster families' interviews that pretty much compelled me to participate and come out and do what we could to help find both of these boys.
Billboards with the boys' faces and the rewards started to appear in February 2021 in Kern County. But after 8 weeks, Cal City Police confirmed they have no suspects in the case. And March 1st, 2021, the Bakersfield Police Department officially took over the case. They continued the search in Cal City and Southeast Bakersfield for the boys, issuing a search warrant to the adoptive grandparents and more than 20 more search warrants in the case. It wasn't until June 2021 BPD gave an update on the case, announcing 170 items have been seized, 83 individuals have been interviewed, 44 search warrants have been conducted, 16 mass area searches have been done, 3 searches outside of California, and 200 plus tips have been received and followed up on, but still, the boys have not been located. Then month after month, the community continued to come together with prayer vigils and hoping for answers for the boys. But December, nearly 1 year after they were first reported missing, BPD provided an update saying since June, they executed 4 more search warrants, interviewed 33 more people, conducted 11 mass area searches, and 4 out-of-state searches. During the 1-year anniversary, we spoke to the biological family who said they just want answers.
Some kind of answers. It's been a year. We deserve something.
Yes,
you know?
yes.
I mean, it's only right.
Orson's biological father saying regardless of the circumstances, he will always be here for the boys.
I still got them. They should know that I still love them, that I'm always going to have their backs regardless to the fact those are my kids. Like, you know, that's something that you will miss in life that you can never get back.
Now, just 14 months after they were first reported missing, the Kern County grand jury indicted the adoptive parents, Trezell and Jacqueline West, for the murder of Orrin and Orson West. They were arrested March 1st around 7 p.m. near Highway 58 in Enos Lane. Kern County District Attorney Cynthia Zimmer announcing Wednesday the investigation unveils that the boys are dead. But Zimmer added that the bodies have not been found, and now the family is still searching for answers.
The question is now, where are the boys' bodies? We want to be able to bring them home and, give them a proper burial.
Trezell and Jacqueline West, the adoptive parents of Orrin and Orson West, appeared in court today for the first time after being arrested for 2 counts of second-degree murder, 2 counts of child cruelty, and a false report of emergency. 23 ABC's Taylor Levesque was in court this morning and joins us now outside of the courthouse with more on the judge's ruling.
Today in court, Jacqueline and Trezell West pleaded not guilty today in court, but the judge says that they do pose a risk but clear evidence says they do pose a risk to public safety and denied bail. Community and family members were in the courthouse today and say they are relieved that they are behind bars for the time being.
That's the first time I ever seen them.
Wearing gray jumpsuits and in handcuffs, those in the courtroom Thursday got a look at Trezell and Jacqueline West, who sat on opposite sides of the bench.
Just knowing that they're handcuffed and they're not leaving is a blessing.
Biological cousin to the missing boys, Rosanna Wills, agrees with the decision.
No bail allowed.
To keep them behind bars.
I could finally get some sleep now, knowing that they're not out just, running. So, yeah, it's a lot of relief on our family.
Judge Chad Louis also granted a request from the prosecution for sealing of the offense reports and probable cause declaration. In addition, the prosecution also requested a gag order, which was not granted Thursday.
They could plead what they want, no contest, no guilt, not guilty, but we know they're guilty.
Outside of the courthouse, community member Araceli Patino stood beside Wills and many others who followed the search over the last 14 months.
We need to stand in justice for this baby, because this baby should never gone through this. No parent should go through anything like this.
Wills says she is prepared for the trial, which is expected to begin May 23rd.
There's nothing that's going to stop me from being here, nothing.
And is appreciative of the community for standing by their side during this process.
I just want to tell the community thank you all for your support, your prayers, for keeping the boys' faces out there, for just the love, just, everything, investing the time and the finances for the billboard, just everything.
The next hearing has been set for March 8th to discuss the gag order request. Coming up at 6, we'll hear more from the biological family about the relief they felt today and the steps they hope are taken next. Live in downtown Bakersfield, Taylor Levesque, 23.